Hey everyone, I built Pharos reward assets yield router, an agent skill for Pharos that discovers live reward assets yield through OpenFi, ranks the reserves by risk adjusted APY, detects ideal yield drag, checks liquidation distance, and can supply or withdraw funds with real transaction hashes. This is not a hard-coded depositor. The agent compares live reserves, explains what it found, and only allocates to reserves that are currently safe and allocatable. So let's actually install our skill from GitHub. I'm installing it directly from GitHub using the repo, which includes skill.md, which tells the agent when to use this skill and how natural language requests maps to CLI actions. The install is file only. Runtime dependencies are only needed when I actually execute the CLI. I'm instructed to restart codecs to pick up the new skills, so I will just open a new terminal. Now to discover life yield, I will ask the agent in natural language, what's the best reward asset yield on Pharos? The agent reads OpenFi live on Pharos mainnet, checks the configure reserves, and ranks them by risk adjusted score. It shows USDC as allocatable at live APY, W Ethereum as zero rates, and P alpha as gated benchmark. I can also ask where am I losing yield, and this runs the yield drag detector where the agent checks my wallet balances and my OpenFi supply position, but there is no EMV present in this build, so the agent creates one for me to impute my private key, and I have to do that off camera. I've imputed the private key, so I rerun the yield drag detector. The agent checks my wallet balances and my OpenFi supply positions and sees that I have ID USDC in the wallet. It tells me how much I could have been earning and estimates annualized yield lost. Next, I can ask how close am I to liquidation, and this runs a liquidation distance monitor, which reads my collateral and debts using OpenFi's own oracle and liquidation threshold. Since I have no borrows, it says you are not close to liquidation. Next, I can ask it to supply some amount, put 0.01 USDC to work on Pharos. Before supplying, the router rechecks that the reserve is active and presently paying yield, checks my balances, approves only the OpenFi pool if needed, and then supplies. The most important part is that it returns a real transaction hash. As you can see, our hash is verifiable on Pharos scan 0.01 USDC supplied. Now, since I've supplied, I can also ask how much am I earning. It checks my OpenFi positions and returns what I'm earning on my 0.01 USDC supply per month, per year, and per day. Now I can also withdraw my USDC. It verifies the position exists and then withdraws. Since I didn't specify the amount of USDC to withdraw, it withdraws the maximum that I supplied. And this is also verifiable. The transaction hash is verifiable on Pharos scan. So this is what I built: Pharos reward assets yield router, a live risk aware yield agent skill for OpenFi on Pharos.